Amazing Princess Sarah might not be the game that will turn a lot of heads, but it is an enjoyable, nostalgic romp through the familiar past haunts. Amazing Princess Sarah doesn't try to break the mold when it comes to fresh new ideas, and that's where it shines and becomes muddy at the same time. The game follows our protagonist Sarah as her father, King of Kalia, is seduced and kidnapped by the evil demon queen Lilith. Sarah slices and throws her way through Lilith's forces on a journey to rescue her father. The game is a reversal in the days of the damsel in distress needing help from a shining knight to do her dirty work. Sarah is a badass in her own right and doesn't need help from any misogynistic hero to free her father, although I wish they would have played into this factor a little more in the game. There are so many good jokes and stereotypes to make and break here, but they didn't really even scratch the surface. Most of this stems from the game having no text to accompany any of the game's visuals. We are told the story very briefly in the opening cutscene, but that's about it for actual storytelling. Sarah's mad, kill enemies, rescue dad. The soundtrack for this game brings back the fuzzy feelings of those long all-nighters in your upteenth playthrough of Metroid. The old chiptune sounds will always hold a dear place in my heart. That being said, Amazing Princess Sarah could have done a better job with the variety of music to go along with the demon slaughtering. Learning the boss fight mechanics sometimes took multiple tries, and all bosses having the same theme made it really hard to enjoy all of the tracks the game had to offer. Actual gameplay mechanics were a breeze. You have your standards, jump, slice, and throw. At first, this didn't seem like enough variety to keep me entertained, but after a bit of time into the first levels, I realized that each enemy you killed had a unique ability when picked up and thrown. After learning this piece of the puzzle, the game did become a bit less monotonous. There was a combo meter for enemies that you've killed in quick succession, which gave an overall multiplier to your experience. The experience was used to level Sarah up and give her a larger health pool. On the subject of health, the only ways to recover it are to die or break torches as you run through a level. This mechanic did have me going back for torches to boost my health and sometimes ended in me hurting myself worse. Save points became the saving grace for all of this. The only penalty for dying is to return to the last save statue. Sometimes dying was the better option. Collision detection on some of these boss fights needed a bit more polish. Standing in a spot you thought would be safe had you seconds later being crushed by a foot that was clearly not anywhere near you, or you would be standing in a spot that you thought was clearly an enemy's leg and you'd be safe as a lamb. On a replay standpoint, I failed to see much need to replay. The game didn't seem to have any collectibles or secret areas that I could find. Aside from a speed playthrough scenario, I don't think I'd ever complete it again, even though the game was enjoyable. Amazing Princess Sarah is an enjoyable trip to a time forgotten for the old school gamer. It's a game not without its flaws, but still enjoyable enough to merit the small price tag. If you like the Metroidvania style platformer, you should pick this game up. If you're the new age graphics junkie, maybe wait and pick it up the next time you see it on sale. GGB gave this game a 3 out of 5.